Hello everyone, welcome to this part number 1 for this milestone number 5. So what we're gonna do for this one is we're gonna start to build on the server side the command feature. So it's gonna be pretty simple. So first thing what we're gonna do, it's we're gonna add finally on top of what we have already in the server. So as you can see here, we have the photo here inside the post context, and I think would be a good idea to put that inside the post context also for the command. I'm thinking about putting the like we did here as a reaction, because command can be kind of a reaction, but I think it's more going to the post where we can have like the photo and stuff like that. So we're gonna start with that. So what we're gonna do, it's we're gonna make use of the Phoenix generator. So we're gonna say gen, and now here what we're gonna do, it's we're gonna gen inside the context. Inside the context, we're gonna add that inside the post context. So just follow the post. So that was post with S. So post. After that, we're gonna say that's gonna be comments. And here after that, we can put the table name. So for this one's gonna be photo comments. And now, so here's the name of the module, here's the name of the table. And now what we're gonna need for that is gonna be pretty simple. What we're gonna need is a text. We don't gonna say nothing, because if we say text string, it's gonna be the same thing, I think. Yeah, like that. Here what we're gonna say also, it's we're gonna say you're gonna have a reference for to both table. Okay, you're gonna have a reference to the user. So we're gonna say here user ID reference the table user, and after that we're gonna say photo ID reference photos, like that. I'm gonna click enter, and we're gonna check what they give us. So inside the private repo migration, the last migration right there, we see what we get. Okay, we get the text as a string. I think I forgot that will be a text, because the thing it's string, it's you don't have many character you can put. And after that, here you see here we get inside the migration on delete. So here what happened, it's this command, okay, reference this user, okay, the user ID. If I delete my user, what I want to do, here I say nothing, but what I want, it's on both to delete all. So what I mean by that, it's if I delete my user, I want to delete this comment. If I delete this photo, I want to delete this comment. Why I will keep this comment? You understand what I mean? So, and also we want to say null to be false. So just inside the server, the DB, make sure that nothing can be saved if we don't have any comments, any user ID and photo ID inside the comments. Okay, so now make sure it works by doing make ecto migrate. Perfect. So now if we look, not here, but if we look inside the database, what's gonna happen? It's really good to always check. So here we're gonna see photo comments. Okay, so here this is the photo comment. So we have the insert add and update at. Why we need that is because we're gonna show maybe the comments, the last comment at the top or at the bottom, whatever you want, and we want to show the date. We're gonna have an ID to be the unique stuff, and the text, user ID and everything. So you can see here inside the structure, the ID, the text, blah blah blah, user ID, go to the user ID, and that's it. So this is what we want. So here I just always go to my database after migration to just make sure everything is right. Okay, so now we are here. Now what we should do, it's now working on this command right there. We're gonna need to add some stuff, because now you need to understand that this command, it belongs to a post, a photo and a comment, a photo and a user. Okay, so we don't want this field user ID and belongs to user ID like that. What we want to do here is just saying belongs to a user who's going to be the Instagram, no, not inspect, but Instagram dot account dot user, and it's gonna be belongs to a photo also from the Instagram post photo, like that. So now we can remove both here. Okay, Also here, make sure that when we cast, so when we put element inside that, what we want is to have the user ID and also the photo ID right there. And we're gonna say also they need to be required. Okay, so now we have that. But now what we also need to do is going inside the photo and say now then a photo can has many comments from the Instagram that post that comments like that. And that's gonna be the same for a user. A user can has many comments also. So here you can put photo comment if you want or thing like that. I mean, it's the thing. It's like right now we can comment on a photo, but maybe later, I don't know, like you're gonna maybe have a table called video or something like that, and you want to comment on a video. So that's why I did this kind of stuff. But I mean, it's just naming convention, so just do whatever you want here. So now we are here, okay? So now what we've done is we have a table photo comments. Now a user can have many comments and a photo can have many comments. And also the comments, it belongs to both. So both a user or a photo. Now what we should do, it's because we work with GraphQL, we should add the comment inside the schema. Inside the schema, okay? So inside the post type, because it's inside the post context, we're gonna add the comment. So we should do this right there at the bottom. So object, comment, do. And now here what we're gonna have an ID, which is gonna be a non-null type of ID. We're gonna have a field of text, and in GraphQL we just say it's a string. After that we're gonna have a field user, because we're gonna have we want to have access to who is the author of this comment. Example, if a user have comment, I'm maybe gonna want to show his avatar and his username also next to the text. So now that's why we're gonna work with the first kind of association with AppSign. So how we're gonna do this, it's now we're gonna need to import here at the top. We're gonna do two things. We're gonna say use appsign.ecto. Here we're gonna say repo, it's equal to the repo, so the repository we have, so repo like that. And after that, we're gonna say also import ecto.query. By doing this now, here what's gonna happen, it's now we're gonna have access to the user object. So the user object we have just create, I think we didn't create, so we're gonna create. And this thing, we're gonna get that by doing resolve association. We get that because of the ecto query right there, and now we can say user. So what happened? It's AppSign gonna find AppSign and ecto gonna work together to give you access to the user inside this user object. So we're gonna have access to the comment.user.avatar, comment.user.id. You see what I mean? Like you're gonna do the join table right there, the join association. And we're gonna do the same with the photo. So we're gonna say it's a non-null. Yeah, we don't really need. I think about this, we don't really need. The only thing we need here is gonna be this both stuff. Okay. So now here we have the command ID text user, insert add, update that. Yeah, that's it. We don't really need the photo here because I mean we're gonna get that below the photo already. So, but we need the user. So I think now is gonna be the time to create the user. It's gonna be pretty simple for that. I mean, a user. So if we're gonna do this here, a user. What can a user have? Okay. So if we look back inside the table, a user can have an ID, a username, an avatar, a Facebook ID, an email, first name, last name, insert add and update add. Okay. So here, what I think we should just put accessible to the front end is the ID. Maybe we want to have access to the email. We're gonna just say string like that, and we're gonna need an avatar also, and also maybe the username like that. Okay. I think that's it for the user. Maybe like if you want, we can give it access also to the insert and update that. Always remember with GraphQL, as the backend developer, you just give it access to whatever you think the frontend can need. But example here, I would not put like the password. You don't really need the password in the front end and stuff like that. This kind of secret you want to keep it in the backend, so you don't let him accessible right there. But this way you can for that. So now we have the command and everything. So we have created the schema of the command. So now I think the stuff we're gonna need now is gonna be to do some mutation. So we're gonna add a mutation inside the resolver post, and now right there we can finally create a command. This is what we're gonna do first. We need to create a command. So we're gonna create a new function called create command. And now this function here, what we're gonna need first, it's gonna be we're gonna need nothing in the parent. We're gonna need the text here. And what we're gonna need from here is gonna be this user, because when we create it, okay? And not just the text, but also the photo ID. So here what you want, because it's gonna be already as a map, we can just send the argument, okay? And now what we want here, it's we want to send finally a map who are gonna have the photo ID, like that. We're gonna have maybe like this photo ID. We're gonna have the text, and also we want to send the user ID, okay? So right now, what we can do for that, it's merge both attribute. So we can create an attribute variable where we're gonna merge in this map the args maps with finally user ID equal to the value of the curUser.id. So now this attribute is gonna be equal to just to what I just showed you. And now here we're gonna do a with OK function. So with function where finally we're gonna create right there post.create command. We're gonna create this function, don't worry, and we're gonna put all the attribute. And when it's done, we're gonna send the comment like that, okay? So what we miss is inside the schema. Inside the schema, we're gonna need to add the field we're gonna need to ask inside the mutation. Remember, like all the other mutation we've done right there. So what we're gonna do now, it's we're gonna need to do a new one for create the command. So we can say create a command for a photo. Now here we're gonna say create command is gonna be the name of the mutation. Where here finally we're gonna just return a command back. And now here we're gonna say argument. What we need is the photo ID, which is gonna be a non-null ID. And also, we're gonna need the argument text, which is gonna be a non-null string. And here we're gonna add the middleware authorize, and finally we can add the resolve like that. But now there's gonna be, oops, create command, the function we just have create right there. So now, if we go inside the post, we should have now some function already create, and now we have this create command is already built for us because of the generator. So if you want, we can remove this command really quick, because it takes a lot of place for right now. Like that, like that. Sorry, like this and this. Okay. So now we're gonna open GraphQL. Inside GraphQL, I can get all the photo. I don't know why I get like that. So photo ID, and now I can get all the photo. And as you know, now we can see also inside the context we have the user we have built right now. So with my ID number 6. So now we're gonna try to create a command. So we're gonna try to create a command. So I'm gonna say create command. So here we're gonna have a mutation, create command. So the thing we just did, and now we have the photo ID. So we're gonna say photo ID number 1, and we're gonna say text. This is an awesome photo, and maybe what we want back. Gonna put that bigger. What we want back is the comment, so we can say ID text like that. Okay. Now if I run that, we get an error, and they say function PostgreSQL is undefined. Module post is not available. So we must have done a mistake. Here we have say post and not post with the S. So now if I rerun, now look like you get create. So you see now we just create the first command. If I go to my photo command, I have my first command. So the ID number 1, user ID 6, that gave us EQuimper, and the photo 1 that gave us this photo with this caption. Looks nice, perfect. Can I create another one? This is an awesome photo again. I can create this same here. I get the same stuff, but now do I get the user? That's maybe a good question. So right now I need to have this kind of function inside my schema. So you see here we have the query. So we should have another query called desk get all comments for a photo, fill comments, where we're gonna have here a list of comments, and also we can say that's gonna be a non-null list. So at least we're gonna get the square bracket. We're gonna need to be authorized also. Also, we're gonna need to have the resolver here. We're gonna call get comments. But now also we're gonna need to have some argument, and one of them is gonna be the photo ID, because we want all the comment below a photo ID, non-null ID. Okay. So now I have create the function. Not create a function, but now what happened is I finally create a new setup of the resolver for getting all the comments for that. So now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna jump back on the resolver post. We can create a new function called get comments. This one, as you remember, are gonna receive nothing in the parent, but we're gonna receive photo ID here. Photo ID. And here we can just create okay post that get comments for photo ID. That's it. Okay. So now this photo ID, this get comment for photo, we need to create that inside here, inside the context. Not inside the context, but I don't know how you call that in English, but it's like your abstraction of the context. Okay. And now this function, now what's gonna do? Finally, you need to get all the comments for a photo, and this is what we're gonna do. One second. So now here we're gonna create a new query. Remember here we have the photo ID. Now we can just call that ID, but photo ID I think it's good. Query from, did I have my, yeah, perfect. From P in photo comment. So photo comment, do I have my alias? I'm gonna put my alias right there. And now when you have many alias inside the same kind of module like that, you can put them inside a square curly bracket like that, so it get cleaner. So you alias both. So from C in comment, so the comments inside comment finally, where C dot photo ID equal the value of the photo ID variable we just added at the top. And also here what we maybe gonna want is order by this and then with the value of inserted at, like that. And now here because that's gonna be an array, we're gonna do repo query out. Okay. So now if this thing work, and you don't worry, I have a mistake. But we get type must exist if reference comments, it's not defined in your schema. Fill comments, it's a list of comments. The object was in singular. Remember, the object was right there. It is in singular. Now I refresh, I have another mistake. We say, again, comment inside your schema. Yeah, that may be not the best error. What happened here? So what we have done wrong? So we say fill command, not null list of command, do R, middleware authorize, perfect. Pose get command. So inside the resolver we have this get command. We ask for again, it's pose like that. And now another error. Module, it's not available. What did I did wrong? Sorry, this is the thing about live coding. So here I have my def command. Here sometimes you can get some kind of weird error because you cannot do this query if you didn't import ecto query, but we have, so it's good. Also here we have what we need. This thing, it's not here the problem. It's pretty hard to read this error, I think, so I'm gonna just restart the server. Sometimes the error get better when function is undefined. Did you mean get command 2? I know why. It's because of my resolver here. I need to pass the argument like that because we don't use it. Remember, Elixir always do pattern matching. So like that, we have 3 arguments for him, but like we had before, it was just 2, so he don't find this one. So now inside the docs, now we're gonna have a new query called comments for a photo, okay? So now what we can do, we can call that, so comments with comments with a photo ID of 1, and we can say ID. So now we get the comment for both. So if we say text, we have the comments, this is an awesome photo again, blah, blah, blah. Now time to try the user, because a user will have an avatar and an ID and also a username. And if we do this, this is what we got. We get the comments array with the user object right there and the text and the ID. Remember how we get that was inside the post type here, the comments, we say the fill user. It's a not null object finally where we're gonna resolve finally the association of the user. So we're gonna return the user object here. So this is what we do. Return the user object. So this user here, and we say the association user. Inside the command, we have this association user right there. So you understand what happened here, and now we get this query. And source photo command, we say give me the user with this ID on number 6 because this is the ID we get if the user. Don't worry about the N1 problem and things like that. We're gonna manage that later. But now, as you can see now, we get all this stuff pretty simple. But now your question will be maybe, okay, but now you have two ways to think about that. It's so what happened? It's we're gonna call this function when we're gonna get to the screen. So finally, inside the project, when we're gonna click here, add command, we're gonna push another screen and we're gonna get this get request right there, where we're gonna get this ID from the navigator params. But you see, it wasn't that hard here. And this is one thing I pretty like about using Ecto and also using with AppSign is they do this kind of stuff pretty simple. And I really love this one. Now I think the only thing we're gonna need to manage later is gonna be about how we can get the comments count here. And that's it. And also maybe one of the things you maybe want is when you get all the photo like that, you maybe gonna want to have all his comments. So this is something we can do in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this one. So at least we see we have the new feature. We can create a comment. So again, and we can get here all the command we just create for this photo like that. Wasn't that hard, but I hope at least you learn. Sorry for my mistake, and I hope you enjoy, and we talk later. Bye.